Welcome back to another episode of Antlers Deep Outdoors. We're going to do a little quick recap of our youth hunt from September. We hosted 4 kids. It would have been 6. But we had some weather, some storms and stuff that hindered 2 people from coming. But the 4 kids that did come, we was able to host them for 2 days here in Southwest Virginia. And speaking of the hunt, these kids that we took hunting were kids that was going through life alternate changes. Someone was battling cancer and other things. And we felt like it was a perfect opportunity for Southwest Virginia to step out and contribute to these kids. I might let Devin share a little bit about it as well. Speak on it.
Yeah, it was just an incredible weekend. I mean, these kids have faced, just really huge hardships in their life. Some of them had cancer. Some of them had, diseases where their, legs and things are not working the way that they should. But I love this type of stuff because, we're doing it to kind of reach out and help a kid. But really what happens is that you leave more impacted than you could probably ever do for these kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
They were amazing. And just to see them, push through whatever they have. And it didn't, these problems that they have didn't hold them back at all. I mean, it was awesome.
So the first day that they arrived here, we actually took them shooting, and some of it was their first time shooting and everything. And thanks to Robbie for really stepping up and like being the one to be like, hey, I'll help with the kids and shooting wise. Even though all the guides and people were there, but seeing these kids shoot for the first time and seeing the smiles on their faces, and teaching them definitely gun safety before we did all that.
Against your shoulder. Alright. Put you need. Are you lefty? Yeah. I'm lefty.
That's perfect.
Alright, you put your other hand up. Well, right here. Right under. Watch your thumb. Okay. Hold on, you got one in there. You want to put one in there? You got it across there? You see it? Alright, I'm gonna put one in it. You cold? Don't be nervous. It ain't gonna kick and it ain't gonna be loud.
You ain't gonna feel a thing.
It'll warm you up. Thing.
And then leading up to the day of the hunt. And so we met that Saturday. We started Friday. We did a dinner. Thankful to Royal King, Stephen at Royal King, huge thank you. He was able to provide all the kids' gear from top to bottoms and even got them boots as well. And the orange and everything we needed for these kids to go out hunting on youth weekend and be safe as well. So thank you to Stephen at Norton, Royal King. But after we gave the kids their stuff, they got a good night's rest at the hotel, and we met at the Coon Club in Pound, Virginia, excuse me.
Yeah.
And that was very interesting. So we get up that morning, we make sure all the kids have snack bags, make sure the guides have snack bags. And me and Devin hung back and cooked breakfast. And it was probably, 45 minutes after daylight, we get our first call that Miguel took his first deer, which was amazing. And Miguel is a local boy from the Gate City area in Scott County, Virginia. And he was able to harvest. He was actually the oldest one, I think, if I'm not mistaken, the oldest one of our group that was able to come. But Miguel killed his first deer, and you would have thought that me and Devin were there actually seeing him kill the deer in excitement. Because as soon as we got the phone call that he killed his first deer, we were just jumping up in joy. And then as guides, you would have thought they killed the deer because their breath was mumbling like they had butt fevers, like Miguel just got his first deer and stuff. And it wasn't far after that, I think Jackson killed his deer. And that was just another story on itself. So as we fixed some breakfast and stuff, them 2 guides and hunters came back to the clubhouse. And the best thing about killing or hunting is when you get a kill, when you go back and eat that first meal.
Yeah.
After you kill a deer, it just hits different.
After all the work's been done.
After all the work's done, your clothes are soaking wet with sweat from dragging it out. And so, of course, they come back and and share their story, and when they were sharing their story, I mean, you couldn't help but to tear up and just see the joy that they had. But
at one spot on the top of a hill,
and then we found a buck, but we couldn't see it, and I was gonna shoot it, but then we moved different locations, and
Good storyteller.
Yeah, I like this. I like this. Go right ahead.
Keep going.
it's long.
That's good. Fine, go right ahead. I like all the details now.
And then we found two does, and then I couldn't see its heart from the angle because the heart part was behind the bush. I can only see its butt. But then we moved locations, and then we were just like right in the middle of the road, and then it came out. I tried to shoot. It kicked back a lot.
Yeah, we heard about that.
Don't bother you when you shoot deer, though, does it? You're tough.
And then we had like a whole entire search for blood for about 5 minutes, and then Dad found something white on the ground, and then we found it.
Oh,
That's awesome. Yeah. All right, man. Yeah. You smell.
Just for them to have a successful hunt was just a truly amazing experience.
Yeah. Let me tell you something about this man. If you don't know, this man can cook. I don't know if I have any pictures of the spread, but he had a big black stone. I mean, it was filled with sausage and we had bacon.
With sausage, bacon, pancakes.
Yeah, everything.
We had a big spread.
It was killer.
It was. And so, well, thank you. I tried to do my best. Shout out to my mom for teaching me how to cook.
Yeah, and shout out to all the ones that helped too.
Yes. Big thank you to Taylor for coming out and helping that morning. And then, of course, my wife and Abigail coming out that morning as well, and serving these kids and stuff. It was truly a huge blessing. It really was all hands on deck. And as we continue to grow this, if you watch this video and you want to be part of this, please reach out to us. We're going to be doing our spring planning for our turkey hunt for these kids as well. And, we're so blessed to be able to do this. And, and the reason why we're able to do this is because we're partnered up with an outfit called Courageous Outdoor Kids out of Dublin, Georgia. So shout out to them for allowing us and trusting us to be able to bring what they're doing in Georgia and be able to, incorporate it here in Southwest Virginia. They're the ones who kind of helped us and guided us to get this started. And but most important, it was actually God planning it all.
Yes.
And God meeting these two groups together and coming as one and stuff. And, we can't thank God enough for them crossing our paths and being able to do this and everything. And so shout out to them for sure. But like I said, if you want to be part of this, please reach out for the spring turkey hunt as we're getting ready to prepare for that. And then right after that, we'll be preparing for the fall hunt as well. This is something that I think as our group, speaking as a group, that, we have to continue doing, especially the lives that were changed and the people that were touched and stuff. But yeah, and then our other two hunters, which was Clinton and Coy. Coy and Clinton killed their deer that evening. And, speaking back on their deer, they killed, it was getting, probably around the 4 o'clock area, and they still hadn't had any success. And I have to say, I was kind of worried a little bit, but our boy Brady and Kevin, pulled through for Coy. And then Clint, I knew Robbie was going to get Clint on a deer and stuff, and they sure did. And then seeing the video of Coy killing that deer with Brady, and and Coy hugging his neck and stuff, and Brady's hugging him and stuff and embracing.
Carter, let's go! Put another one in her. Let's go, dude!
She going down.
Which was killer part, that Coy's mom and dad actually got to see him kill his first deer.
Yeah.
And that was truly amazing. Not a lot of people get to have the opportunity to do that, and just to, know that they got to see their son kill their first deer was truly amazing. So, and then I think, if I'm not mistaken, all parents besides Miguel's got to see their kid, or their fathers got to see their kid kill a deer. So.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. They had the opportunity to go with them and just share this. And I think it was all the kids' first deer too.
Yes.
You may have already said that, but it was awesome. We had dinner that evening catered.
Yep.
Piggy Went a Smoking. And it was good eating. And then thanks to all of our sponsors, Lamar's going to go over those in a few minutes. But we had several donations came in, and one thing I thought was really cool, we had enough left over that we were actually able to raffle off a rifle for them. So we partnered up once again with Rural King and got the rifle from Rural King and raffled away a 350 Legend. And it was just it was an awesome experience.
Yeah. Yeah. And one of the special, I guess, sponsors we started doing, you want to talk about our special sponsor we started doing under your family member?
Yeah, so my uncle, Teddy Powers, actually both of my uncles are the reason that I'm a hunter at all. You know, they took me in. I had went hunting and stuff when I was little. My papa took me, but when I was 10 years old, they took me to Bath County. We had a cabin up there. And that's when I killed my first deer. And they just took me in like I was their son. And Tony was a big part of this hunt. You know, thanks to Tony, we were able to use the Cumberland Fur Fish and Game Association building there, and the property that we took on them was leased by Tony. So he played a huge part in this. And I wanted my other uncle to be a part, even though that he's no longer with us. And so what we done was we set up a GoFundMe in honor of him, Teddy Powers. And so through those donations and a few others outside of that is what we were able to get the rifle with and stuff. So it's pretty special.
Yes, that's awesome. But to go over our sponsors, I just want to share real quick. You know, without these sponsors, we would have not been able to do this at all. I mean, thanks to them, this is the reason why, you know, these kids got to have a smile on their face. They got to have a nice weekend. These sponsors really stepped up for us in Southwest Virginia and to help accommodate these folks. And so I'm gonna go over them real quick. Of course, shout out to Beverly Gun and Pawn Shop in Coburn, Virginia. We want to give Raphael at WoodBooger and Grill in downtown Norton a huge shout out for also helping out. Brett Hall, our Commonwealth Attorney of Wise in City of Norton. Eldorado Grill goes out to Raphael Sr., that's Raphael's dad, in downtown Wise. Liberty Gun and Pawn Shop in Penton Gap, Virginia. Thanks to those guys for helping out. And of course, I already mentioned Steven at Rural King for taking care of the tops and the bottoms and all the outfits and the boots for the kids to be able to go out and be safe hunting. And then, of course, a huge thank you to Travis Tigner for processing those deer as well at no charge. And speaking of it, you know, Travis has a huge, big heart and stuff, and we reached out and let him know what we were doing and everything. He was all aboard to come on, to skin the deer and then package it for him and get delivered to him as well, which every kid, you know, got to keep their deer and stuff as well. So he had it nicely, neatly, clean, packaged, ready to go for him. And thank you again, Travis, for doing all that. We can't thank you enough for all the sponsors that you know took care of the situation and stuff. That was definitely a God thing and moving in that situation. But if you're watching this video and you want to be part of this and become a sponsor, please reach out to us as well to find out how you can become a sponsor. There's no amount of money that, or little or too big, that can help these kids out. We really want to make sure these kids enjoy the opportunity to, first of all, enjoy the outdoors, but also just make memories with their family members as well.
So this year we started out with 5 kids. Six kids. One able to make it because of the storms. But we want to grow this thing. We would love to see 10, 15, 20 kids. Yeah. You know, but in order for that to happen, we need your help. And so one way you can help us, we need guides. We need more guides. We need more landowners that would say, hey, we'd love for you to come. Here's our land. Bring these kids. Let them hunt, you know. And we need donations. We need monetarily, we need financial support to pull this off because it's not cheap.
No, it's not. Not
you
at
know,
all. Yeah.
You know, we're paying everything for them. So but without you all, we couldn't have done it.
Yeah.
And without our sponsors. So thank you. And let's make it bigger and better next year.
Yes, absolutely. And just to break down of you know, it's not just the kid where it's your sponsor. It's their whole family.
Yeah.
So whether it's their mom and dad and they got 3 siblings, or if their mom and dad and they have 6 or 7 siblings, it's literally helping out all the family, and it's all expenses paid for. This is an opportunity for their families to actually get to come in and enjoy something. They not have to worry about their kid getting chemo or worry about spending the night in the hospital. Actually get to see their kid have fun, enjoy the outdoors as one big family. And it's so easy to take it for granted as well, because as for me and my family, or even Devin's family, we can go enjoy the outdoors anytime we want to, not have to worry about that. We can spend holidays or whatever together, and don't have to worry about hey, is my kid gonna be here? Hey, is we have to go to the hospital and sit here for a month or two or whatever. So like I said, this is a really huge opportunity for y'all to be part of something really big that's growing, I feel like, in Southwest Virginia.
Awesome.
But I guess we'll end this episode. Thank y'all again. And pay close attention to the stories and the memories that's going to be shared with this video and stuff. And just let it sink in and stuff. Again, thank you to every single sponsor. I can't thank you enough. And God bless you for everything you've done. And God's going to bless you in your business for touching a kid like that as well.
Yes. Amen. Thank you all so much. God bless you.